Greetings, people of Earth, and welcome to the Sworn Club Monthly Raffle. This is a program of the Sworn Club, baby. Tell you what, I'm going to give away some stuff for some current Sworn Club members. Going to show you a video, and then afterwards, we're going to kick it for a couple minutes with the segment we like to call Beer with Brian, where usually I ain't drinking beer, but hey, it's after 5, maybe I will. So you'll notice right here we have some goodies, and we're going to give these away to 3 lucky current Sworn Club members. If you aren't part of the Sworn Club, please consider joining. You get a great starter pack of goodies, including a membership card and all kinds of stuff. You got a 1-day advantage on all news related to Coffin Comics. You get a 1-hour advantage on the great majority of all our promotions, and more to come. We're actually we have promised and we will deliver on more values and more goodies in the time to come. So without further ado, I'd like to let you know that we have all our current Sworn Club members listed in here. I'm going to pull one out and pull a person out. We're going to name your name. You're going to get some goodies. And the first one we're going to go for is this pack of swag and these 3 cool comics. They're just going to come to you randomly. So hopefully you're on the stream. Hopefully you're going to know. Speaking of the stream, let's see what we got here. Welcome, Sworn. That's right. Hello, everyone, again. And beer's not good from me. Okay. Dark beers for me, brother. All right, cool. I'm from the great American Southwest. I like ales. My go-to is Corona. No apologies. Y'all keep your IPAs and you keep your Guinness Stout. I don't want to eat my beer. I want to drink it. That's just my personal point of view on it. So without further ado, I'm going to pick the first person, and that person is Christopher L. Christopher L. These are y'all goodies. Now, as you may know, we have a Coffin launch going. Coffin launch is our very own crowdfunding system at coffinlaunch.com. And right now we are running the Hellwitch Executioner launch. This thing is done this Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it's on fire. It has exceeded our expectations by 25% and counting. We have over 2,003 backers. And because of that, we made up a thing that we call the overkill reward. Let me explain. Our original goal was 1,666 backers, but we blew past that. So we established a new goal of 1,999. And if we hit it, we were going to tip in something cool. Well, we unlocked it, so check out coffinlaunch.com to see what we unlocked. That's also going to come to all backers. Let's see here. Samantha's back. Hello. I meant I'm not a good drunk, mate, but herbs are, I'm autistic. It kills my anxiety. Let's be by myself. Hey, man, here's my feeling on it all. Party, don't party. Chill. Have fun. Whatever gets you through the day, I am on your side about it. When I say party, I believe party is a state of mind. It requires it requires nothing except a state of mind. If you want to drink alcohol, drink alcohol. You want to drink soft drinks, drink soft drinks. At this particular age and my background, I kind of had sketch crazy drugs and alcohol background. I am cool with what everybody's doing. So, if you abstain, if you need to do what you need to do, I'm on your side. Party is a state of mind. It's not a requirement. All right, let's pick another lucky backer or lucky Sworn Club member. We got Scott R. Scott R. You're going to get this grouping of comics. Some nice Hellwitch, Mike Morg. This is a Hulk King size special homage for fellow nerds out there, and the super cool Lady Death Incentive Edition by Mike Chrome. Whew. That's a beauty. Those are yours. Now, you may have heard, even an hour ago, that we are launching our final Coffin launch campaign, crowdfunding campaign for the year, and that is for Lady Death Pirate Queen. Starts next Tuesday, November 18th at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time. But a half hour before that, we're going to do a party. It's a pirate-themed party. Dress up like a pirate, arg, drink some rum or don't. And if you dress up like a pirate and you consent, we'll bring you up on the stream and just have some fun. All right, Matthew Stapleton goes R. Let's see, I'm not drinking, but if someone gives me beer, then it's a go. Okay, I get it. Is there a name for the music in the Lady Death video game? There's a lot of Outcast. There's a lot of music in the game, and I have just reviewed like that many individual files. So for each level in the game, there's certain tonalities, but it all leans towards metal, some classic thrash. Because there are different levels, I've encouraged the folks doing the music to give us more variation. So I'm suggesting like a Swampy Pantera feel for one level, a Nine Inch Nails industrial feel for another. So it's coming along. Another thing that's kind of fun with the game, which is on track to deliver in April, is we're going to start doing voice casting by the new year. And I have some tricks up my sleeve on that. I will keep you abreast on what we're going to do there, but I think I have some fun ideas. We're going to approach some friends in the heavy metal community to collab with us on that. All right, let's get into it. Let's pick one more lucky Sworn Club member to receive these goodies, this batch over here, and that person is Tamara G. Tamara G. This is what you're going to get, Tamara. You're going to get this cool Monty Moore Lady Death, this Mike DiBalfo Lady Gunfighter, and this David Harrigan Lady Satanis. Well, folks, I think we've said it all. Let's see here. The music is all original. The music is all original. Yes, it is all original, made just for the show, for the game. And let's see here. Oh, yes, and the Reckoning says, yes, it's looking sick. Where be my rum? And some black metal. I mean, I think that because the game moves at a high pace, we are definitely, the whole thing leans towards thrash metal. So a classic thrash sound. There's not a lot of doom. There's not necessarily a lot of death or black, if only because of speed. It's like a very fast game. Our multi-level metal genre, that's right. All right, everybody, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the monthly Sworn Club raffle, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you a video, and when I come back, we're going to chill, have a convo, maybe have some questions ready for Beer with Brian. See you in a minute. Hi, this is Brian Pulido, creator of Lady Death, and I'm presenting the all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Lady Death, Pirate Queen. Shiver me timbers, matey. Not an imaginary story, not a hoax. Long ago, Lady Death, along with her skeleton crew, were merciless pirates who raided merchant ships during the Black Age of piracy and the blood-red seas. But all that may be coming to an end as Lady Death robs the booty of Captain Mad Morgan Flintlock, vampire pirate. So, weigh anchor and set sail for a supernatural tale of adventure and terror, the likes of which you've never seen before. Please back our campaign now and tell everybody you know. Thanks so much. Back anytime. Hey, everybody, I am back, and welcome to this segment we like to call Beer with Brian. Let's see here. Let's see. Dungeons and Dragons. I'm new to the Sworn. I'm thinking about getting a vest and patch kit to wear to Gary Con. We go each year. I hope to attend Swornfest. Well, I will let you know that we have been re-offering all our classic patch sets on various campaigns. Hellwitch campaign is going right now, and we have a complete Hellwitch patch set. If you go to coffinlaunch.com, you could see it, see if it's to your liking. I'll give you a little hint into next year for 2026. Every campaign that we do we will be offering exclusive patches so that you could expand on your collection, as I would like to do. Andy is suggesting Taylor Momsen as Lady Death. Well, I think that sounds cool. So, Brian, where we're just sort of talking about pop culture, you are cordially invited to ask any questions you may have about Coffin Comics and what's to come, what's happening. So let's see here. I'm sort of unrehearsed and unprepared, but I was really happy to hear today that Alien Earth Season 2 has been greenlit. That's really cool. I did see the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein on Netflix, and I enjoyed it. I don't get so wrapped up in movies where, like I go toe to toe on opinions about movies. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it was or wasn't a slave to the source material. I haven't read the original Frankenstein since I was a teenager, but I enjoyed it. I particularly like the guy who played the monster. I liked his version of the monster. I think Oscar Isaac was a very impassioned, nutty Victor Frankenstein, clearly a flawed character. So I captured all those pieces. I'm not going to drill down to funny stuff like there is a point in the story, no spoilers, but the monster pushes an object that's clearly 30 or 40 tons, but he's standing on ice, and the notion that the ice wouldn't break and yet he could move this stuff. Don't get me started, but I won't get into it. Let's see here. So is there a possibility to still get port to PS4? Andre, I got to tell you, the best person to address those questions to is actually on Facebook. It's the Lady Death Demonicron game. I'm a little underinformed about some of the elements of the game. What I'm very informed about is the actual story, production, art, music. But when it comes down to drilling down to like what plugs into what, PS4, Stitch, all that, I am like utterly out of my league. Let's see here. Brian, you said you wrote Pirate Queen. Brian, you said you wrote Pirate Queen story a while back, but you don't think the timing was right at the time. Can you expound on that more? Wasn't sure if I heard that right. So, Mike, the original story Pirate Queen was produced with a former publisher in the early 00s. It ran 28 pages. And as much as I liked it, I felt that this was a story that I could present to the Coffin audience with renewed and excited art and color and presentation. So I actually rewrote the story and expanded upon it, going from 28 pages to 48, in effect, essentially all new. Thorough edit and brand new art, color, lettering. And so that's really what I meant. So it wasn't had anything to do with timing. I just felt quite passionate about the story and wanted to represent it because I'm quite proud of it, frankly. I mean, there's some serious pirate speak in that one. Let's see here. Space Pirate. Yep, we like those too. Question about patches. Any chance you'll make the veteran version? And what about reoffering the first Lady Death biker patch set? I think the veteran idea is really cool. So I am going to take that note for sure. I just, saw Justin Hunt's post to that. I think it's super duper cool. Let's see here. And Ray Zapata. What's up, Brian? What have you been watching? Welcome to Derry. Haven't seen it yet. Definitely on my list. Again, I was mentioning I was watching Frankenstein last week. I don't think I've seen anything this week. Of all things, guys, I was watching a Canadian-produced food show called Big Burger Battle, and I love food shows. I love particularly food tourism shows, like when a host goes to a different town and shows you what you could eat. I love that. But this show was Big Burger Battle. I just randomly caught it, 6 episodes. The judges were experts. The chefs were remarkable. So not trying to let you down, but occasionally I watch some, goofy stuff. It just happens. Let's see here. All year, the campaign coins have been spectacular. How did you decide on the many art pieces on the coin? Thanks for asking, Matt. I guess, I do a lot of stuff based on feel. We'll get in all the cover art, and then I just look at it and say, what do I think will be the most successful image on a coin? And if you'll notice this year, we really focused on, let's say, mid-chest and up. And into next year, we're going to start doing some coins that might be fuller scenes, or full body scenes, if only because the people who are manufacturing our coins are doing such a spectacular job. I think they could get detailed and microscopic. Let's see, what about doing a coffin cruise? I got to tell you, I'll probably go on the record as saying I don't foresee doing a coffin cruise. It's not that I'm a landlubber. It's I don't know. Let's see here. Since Gunfighter got her story, will we see Captain Scargrave's spinoff next? We will announce Coffin Comics 2026 publishing schedule the week of November 22nd. I'll do a live. I'll show you. I'll describe all the stories, and you will learn what's next at that time. What about Coffin Cruise? I'm replying on my Steam account. ATM ready on PS4. Copy that. Ray says, yeah, those coins are beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, we take great pride in those coins. And I think, there's still cool stuff that we can do in the coins. Let's see, what else is going on in pop culture? I think I'm a little remiss. For my horror, October's over, and I've just been going out doing Halloween things. Like I went out with a dear friend of mine and his children and like his whole family and took the kids out for Halloween. I don't know about any of you guys and gals out there. Maybe you have children. I do not have children. So this was the first time I experienced Halloween through a child's eye in a very busy neighborhood filled with kids. And I had a blast. It was great. In this day and age, it's wonderful to see families decorate their whole front of their house with a Halloween style. It's kind of cool to teach the children how to say thank you for what they're receiving from people. In the particular neighborhood that we went in, was crawling with kids. I mean, hundreds and hundreds. It just so happens that where I live in my town, I'm surrounded by folks who have retired. So for the first 2 years of living there, we literally had no trick-or-treaters. So now it's just time to go out and be where the kids are to have that kind of fun experience of trick-or-treating through their eyes. Let's see here. Heavy metal and cruises mixed together seem like a chalkboard and fingernails to me. But, it happens out there. People do it. And then Isaiah saying, how's it going, Brian? It's going great, man. It's just wonderful. How about, let's see, what about Coffin Comics related belt buckle? I'm into the idea of a belt buckle for sure. Did I have a lead on that? I think he even had a lead on it. So I like the idea. We could do either King Skull or we could do the logo horizontally or vertically. I think it'd be cool. Shane says, I'm just coming back, as some of you know, but did you do coins with the service related issues of Lady Death? We have not, and if you think that is a suggestion, I'm open to it. I think that's pretty cool. I am letting you know. Okay, we have another question.
From John Dino 9, would Lady Virtue or Atrocity come back?
Okay, so the question is, will Lady Virtue and Atrocity come back? Here's your answer, yes. I'm not saying that it's happening today. I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow, but I will let you know that I have some key plot points planned all the way through 2029, which would be Lady Death's 35th anniversary. And as you can imagine, that particular year, I think we should have some crescendo effect. And I guess I am tipping things off by saying Atrocity does come back because for all intents and purposes, she was annihilated. However, she's definitely an extinction level villain. And I find it hard. You could separate her at an atomic level, and I know she'll just find a way to come back. Plus, I adore her. So, why get rid of her? Let's see here. What's the main antagonist in Lady Death Demonicron? Samantha, thank you for the question. Let's say this. Who the main big bad is a really fun secret. And I will give you a clue. This main villain has never been seen, but this main villain has deep relations inside the Coffinverse of characters. Each level has a boss, and each of those bosses are all new. And I would like to keep it vague. I will also let you know that this particular story, Demonicron, we consider it canon. So it is actually a story that Lady Death has experienced in our own universe and in our storyline. So you will know and notice that Lady Death is in a period of time where she's going from realm to realm, and Demonicron fits inside that. Now, here's some of the questions you should consider asking. Lady Death has been darting from realm to realm. Is that by her choice? Is she being manipulated? Is there someone or something behind it? These are all fair questions to ask. I really can't wait for you guys to get the chapter Immortal Deception, because this starts helping you ask some questions, because now we're really planting some seeds. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, and that particular chapter should be shipping shortly. Let's see here. Demonicron talks. Have you found a voice actress for her? If not, perhaps someone you could look into. I'm going to keep it vague right now, but let me say this. Our whole plan and attack and approach on voiceovers, actors, and actresses will be very unique, and I'll have more to say about that in the new year. Let's see here. So we'll see some of the bosses in the comics. It's very possible. For now, of course, they're all the bosses and the super boss, the main antagonist, will all appear first in the game, and then who really knows what the future holds. There are some really unique, and this is the other thing I'd like to say. Working with Ash from Art of Play and Anthony Spey as designer, we have taken the liberty to really have fun. And I believe the villains that we're going to present to you in the environments Lady Death has never been in before. So that was another creative challenge that we took, so that when you got to play the game, you were definitely experiencing something new and fresh. We weren't retreading stuff. So, and that includes the big bad at the end. Let's see here. I saw the Lady Death movie again. And is there another movie or live action potentially in the works? There's nothing happening at this time, but you know, the future is unwritten. So we always keep, you know, it's possible. The thing, as you guys and gals out there may imagine, that we need a group of people who are willing to invest years of their time and a big fat check to get that thing made. And Coffin Comics, though mighty, is not in a position to fund a motion picture. So we would just need amazing partners to do something like that. Let's see here. Regarding La Muerta, is there any plans on releasing a book? What motivated her to joining the military? A prequel story. I think if we were ever to do a story like that, we'd have to have a present-day, action-orientated storyline that would kind of relate to the past. And I believe that, you know, we've done a little bit of that in the past. There was a storyline where she went back. She had to go to South America and rescue her superior from the army. And there were little hints of that for her. As far as La Muerta's story to come after this current story, there are some really exciting stuff planned. And again, when we announce 2026, you're going to get a better picture of what we're doing. And then 2027 is going to be bananas. So let's see. Yeah, Primeval, exactly. Yeah, you got a little taste of it there. Well, folks, if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to wrap this one up. It's been fantastic speaking with you, and I love that you brought so many fantastic questions. I do have time for one more. And so Adrian's asking, he hopes to see a continuation of that. And you will. There's definitely more of that story. Let's see, will there be a Hellslinger story also? Yes. You know, the when is a different question. Yes. Maybe part of a bigger thing, perhaps Chaotica Chapter 2. So more to come. Any new hats? We have a hat that we're offering during the official Sworn Fest pre-order. There'll be apparel. There'll be shirts, hoodies, hats for Sworn Fest. So that'll happen December 3rd through December 17th. All right, everybody, you've been awesome. Really appreciate your time and tuning in for the stream. Get ready, boys and girls, because tomorrow we're coming back at you with the official Coffin launch mission control show. We'll talk a little bit more, and we'll get into just the last moments of our Hellwitch campaign. Thank you, everybody. Ravenheart, where can we read more up on him? So Adrian, I could tell you quickly, Ravenheart was part of Lady Death's continuity in the late 90s. So he was an existing fixture of a character. We brought him back in Lady Death Chapter 8, and that's where we're telling a story that bridged Lady Death's past and Lady Death's present, where she came out of a tomb that she was entombed in for 2 decades. And in that particular story, we show Ravenheart. Interestingly, Ravenheart will be in the Demonicron game, so that's also interesting. More to come. Yep, and yep, he's an OG. let's see here. I'm sure the veterans out there would be all in the service for more coins. I hear that. Your message is received. All right, everybody. You've been great. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow on the official and last Hellwitch Executioner Coffin Launch Mission Control Show. Take care, everybody.